Let's take this overboard. I want
Hey girls, we are back. It's Malik. As always, I have my team. What's goody, Erin?
What's up with it? What's up?
Hey, Stevie.
Yeah, bitch. What's up?
Hey, Trey.
Hi.
Hey, Trey.
I'm so tired. Please don't do this right now.
A little more.
I need. Give me like 5 minutes and I really will have fun.
Okay,
but
bitch.
Like, I gotta warm my shit up.
I'm gonna check back in with you. I am proud to announce we have some motherfucking.
Wait. Drum roll.
Oh yeah.
Introduction.
No.
I like the drum. Okay, first off, y'all know I like the dramatics of things.
Oh, okay.
Come on, let's get with the program.
Well,
people.
girl, we got our favorites up in the motherfucking studio. We have Laquann and M.L in the studio.
Hey.
What's up? What's up?
I need y'all to come on out, because y'all the one that's bringing on out. Come on, y'all. Come on.
We here. Thank you for
I'm a
having us.
bashful bitch.
Come on. So, how are y'all?
We're good. This is good. We happy to be here.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, Laquann, you look so cute.
Thank you. I like to think that I usually do.
And you do.
Yes.
You do. Look. You do.
I love that answer.
So I'm gonna do it separately. I'm gonna start with Laquann. Tell me a little bit about yourself. We know about you, but we want the audience to learn about you and who you are. So what's up?
Okay, so as we already established, I always am very cute.
A baddie off
A
rip.
baddie, a bad bitch named me.
Right. Off rip. Facts you need to know beforehand.
Okay.
I'm a photographer. Took a long time to get to a point where I could like figure out what to say first. So I'm a photographer.
Full time.
I'm a designer. I write. I'm getting into videography. I'm just like a full around creative who don't want to work a 9 to 5. And
Okay.
I'm a very nice person, and I have like a stank attitude sometimes, but I think it's like part of my charm. It might not be,
is.
but I think it is.
No, it is.
little brat teeth.
Okay.
That's what I'm learning. Are we talking about relationships too?
Not
today?
just not yet.
I'm just like, cause
He ready to.
it's something about the learning in a relationship that I'm like,
No.
really trying to just chat with.
I
people
stand.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm so excited.
So Laquann, how long have you been into photography?
Really since like 8th grade.
Okay.
And I'm 23 now, so whatever that math is.
Okay.
It started like with like a point and shoot, and I'm just trying to feel cute, so I'm like taking my own pictures, and then it turned into me taking people's like senior pictures in high school and like wedding pictures and stuff like that. And now I'm like into the shit now,
Right.
like doing stuff for magazines and
A paid
like,
girl.
out here, okay.
And so like so what's your like Instagram, what's your Twitter, so the girls, and like where can we book you? You know, that's what we're about. Where can we book you?
Okay, because book me. My Instagram is at Laquann Dawson. That's LAQUANN, 2 N's, and then Dawson. Twitter is Laquann Dawson Jr. because my daddy took the first one. Yeah.
I live.
Website is LaquannDawson.com. Because her name is her brand.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Come on out.
I love it. So, Mr.
Come on out.
Mr. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I am a resting black person right now.
Okay.
Which I'm finding out is like hard as fuck.
It is.
It's like, why can't I just sit the fuck down? Like, it gives me anxiety to know I'm not working, which I think is some black shit.
Talk to me.
And so I'm like a resting black person, but I do other stuff. I work with Laquann a lot. He helped me get into photography. So I'm getting more into some visual arts stuff. I'm a poet, just straight the fuck up. I feel like that encapsulates everything else, because I think poets are everything else I am: teachers, editors, researchers, archivists, and those are all parts of what I do as well. So I don't know, I'm a poet trying to figure shit out, trying to write some essays right now.
Right.
And really looking at each like clip of life kind of like a TV scene, because I'm trying to do some TV writing also. So I don't know. I got to New York and was like, oh, you can do whatever. Like seeing all these black people just doing all the fuck, everything that they're doing. I'm like, oh, I can like live my life and do this too. So.
And I'm sorry, you just recently graduated from...
Yeah, I just graduated from the new school.
Okay, whoop. I just wanted to like...
Congratulations.
shout you out.
That's amazing.
It was cute. It was, I'm just... Because it was a nice experience. I appreciate the people. In the writing program, the school as a whole, I'm a pass. But it was cute.
That's cool.
The school was nice.
And I mean, and I'd like to make the girls let it be known that you and Laquann are partners.
Yes, we're dating.
Yeah.
We are in a relationship.
Okay.
Come on out.
You know, it's interesting because I was the bitch.
Come on.
I was the bitch who used to stay up like on Tumblr, because I never had a Tumblr.
Okay.
But you know they have like fuck yeah, black gay couples, shit like that. And I used to just scroll like these cute ass niggas and these like I didn't see that.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And how did y'all meet? Is that something that y'all like to share?
Yeah. We met in undergrad at Kent State in Ohio.
Okay.
State University. And we both, like, I think it was my sophomore year, the beginning of my sophomore year. We were both a part of an organization called Flashanthropy. The school's mascot was the Kent State Flashes, which is like a hawk or a bird or something.
Yeah, we went to Kent State University.
And it was this corny ass group where we thought we were going to be like giving back or something, but really we were like finessed into helping fundraise for the school. There's like no actual community service or like philanthropy happening.
Oh no.
And like
there's a metaphor in there somewhere.
Oh no.
There was all these white people and they wanted us to do white people trivia and I hated it. And then he was there with his...
I quit. They like called me Will Smith. It was a whole thing I'm not doing, but...
It wasn't cute.
We just got out of there.
So he quit
Can I put somebody on blast?
Please.
Can we put the school on blast?
Please.
Yeah, I know that's my favorite thing.
I love putting schools on blast.
As you should.
Yeah. These schools is out here wilding.
I live. And how long did it take y'all to... Was it like a progression, or was it like friends and then like immediately a relationship?
I was still straight when I saw her.
Give me the real
tea.
Turns out, motherfucker. Oh, yes. I
Give me the
believe
real
it.
tea.
The story has gotten good.
This is why I love y'all.
Yes, pretty bitches turn niggas out.
Okay.
Wait.
Come on.
Hold on, wait a
Laquann
minute.
didn't turn me out. Milwaukee, Wisconsin turned me out.
Okay.
I live.
But yeah, I was like in a relationship at the time. She was in the org too, so it was just.
So you were dating a female?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And so that was the situation when I first saw him. But then we reconnected when.
Yeah, me and one of my good friends in Karuka went to a bus meeting, which is Black United Students, and he was the president. And his hair was like longer, and he might have been taller. He dressed better. He was just at the front of the table, just like talking and smiling, like, all these teeth. And I was like, "Who's that?" So I think of a four one.
That's what it's
so
about.
Like, I'm coming to the next meeting and the next one, and I did. And you know, yeah,
That's all she wrote.
Yeah.
I live.
I love it.
Well, it is a lot.
It's
the short
a
version.
story, but that's
So
what we
that,
first
that
met.
was when he realized, oh, I'm into him. Like he has something that I'm attracted to. Because before that, I don't think he really saw me, which is fine. I wasn't trying to be seen. You know how it is. So it was what it was.
I was worried about other stuff. I was straight sophomore year too.
Oh yeah.
The late
Progression.
you know.
Come
on.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't say was straight before. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's
No, I mean, hey,
No.
that's kind of it though.
You know, it's not.
this is the part where we
It
kiki,
was probably
so
meant
just
as
keep
tongue in
playing,
cheek,
'cause
which is
it's-
nice. I dig that.
I'm here for
Like,
it.
I had a straight face.
I'm sorry. What was it? What did you say?
You know, I had a straight face.
Really?
You know, in high
I
school,
think
I
we
did.
all have,
Yeah,
yeah.
I had a whole girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
We used to make out in front of while watching Skeleton Key.
Yeah.
You know, and you know,
I was just kissing her the whole way.
I live.
no, we was on top of each other.
So, look, small T. So, y'all had invited us to come take the pictures.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And
Because
this
we
is
love him podcast.
Come on now.
so this is something that we kiki about all the time.
Oh, let's hear it.
So we walked in, and I remember in the exchange, it was said that and mind you, I didn't know y'all faces and or y'all names then, but it was said that, oh, my boyfriend really listens to him, likes him podcast, and I want to come in and like have your pictures taken. So we were like, yeah, but we didn't know who was who. So upon getting to the studio or arriving at the studio, right? So it was given very much of we walked in, and I immediately knew that you were Laquann. So I didn't know that you were Matt and that, like that y'all were together. So
Yeah, I didn't give those vibes
at all.
Y'all gave very much. Oh, this is my assistant. This is my friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then he
at
was
the
like,
studio?
Yeah.
That's
And
interesting.
I was in the bathroom
I didn't
taking
know either.
selfies, and then
Did you-
somebody
oh,
was
I
Y'all
like,
didn't know we were
"Babe."
together?
No.
The whole
Oh
day?
no, I did.
I thought you guys were just like really good friends
No,
that you
we
like.
were-
decided
I was
to-
probably high as fuck, and then we
Yeah.
were also like
be in work-
just
I be
in
in
work
work
mode.
mode.
Yeah.
What are y'all
That's what it
talking
was.
about?
That's how it should
How
be.
did I know?
That was it was given
But
very
at the same time, because I always want to feel personable on set,
Mhm.
but I also am like, I know some people like to just work, and so I'm like, I don't want to
Yeah,
chat
I
your
was just
head
like, all
off.
right. I heard
Yeah.
y'all say "babe" in the back. I'm like,
that's what got it was said the first time. I was just like, oh, it scraped my earlobe at first, and then I was like, it was like, hey, oh, okay, yeah. T confirmed, and then I just kept pushing. No. But yeah.
Whole boyfriend.
So yeah, we're gonna take a quick, cute little break, and we'll be right back. Hey babies, this is Malik and you're listening to Him. Make sure to check us out on Twitter and Instagram at Him Podcast and step into our world at himpodcast.com. All right, so we are back. Hope you did what you needed to do on the break. So we've had multiple requests to kind of do a review on Pose like we did a few weeks ago when Fonz was here with us. And I kind of wanted to discuss our favorite moments of episodes 2 through 5 because I believe that we discussed episode 1 when that initially premiered or whatever. But yeah, the show has changed a lot. Before we even talk about the show, I want to talk about like people on Twitter and Instagram have been talking about the ratings of the show, and it's been really putting me up in arms.
Wait, are the ratings low? Because that's
Yeah.
what I don't know.
I don't even know how to view them or what a good rating is, So, but I have heard that the ratings for the show have been quite low. And each week, I think the what was the one that Fever. The episode that Janet Mock wrote was the highest viewed episode, but even then, yet and still, it's been decreasing each week. And I really don't know what that means. I mean, ultimately, that means that the show may be not be renewed for a second season.
It depends.
That's what I said. Like, it doesn't. But I don't. This is not what I didn't want to start the conversation out with this, but I wanted to get it out of the way,
But
you did, bitch. So
Yeah.
Now I'm like,
But it's gay people saying that who haven't even watched it.
I
So
hate,
like
them tweets you see, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
y'all begged for a gay show, and now y'all got one, and y'all ain't even watching it. And I'm like, so what? So I don't understand what rewards you get for tweeting that. Like, I don't get it. Like, and
question
who
would
do you
be, bitch,
follow
are you
that's saying
watching?
that they don't watch it? Like, my entire timeline is Pose. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever it's on, we discuss
too.
episodes to death. I'm always adding the characters and saying, I love you. Like, So
creepy.
everyone that I know is watching it. So it's like, I mean, I can't control beyond that. Like, what do you, but like, I hope it gets renewed. Like, I love the show. So,
I mean, I don't want to say like, because I go to class and I've had classes on ratings and TV shows and stuff. Low ratings doesn't necessarily mean your show will get canceled. The show has been raved about by critics. Multiple. It kind of works with. Is it enough for them to keep paying for it?
Yeah.
So the show is doing well. Now, if there was like 5,000 people just watching it and that was all, it would most likely, but it's not. The show is doing relatively well for a new show that is actually still, if you think about it, still in a niche market with certain groups of watching it and certain groups now being turned on to it and watching it for the first time later after these episodes have already passed. The show, I see it right now as hopefully probably moving on to a second season. That's when they're really going to decide whether they're going to cancel it or not. But I do see it going to a second season.
So random, but this reminds me of how Sex and the City, two different shows, two different viewers. But Sex and the City tanked the first season. It was horrible. Nobody wanted to watch it. And then it came back for a second season and literally is considered one of the best sitcoms on cable television, or that has been on TV. And I'm really hoping that people really get into how magical the storyline is and how magical the actresses are, because that's what it is. And that's one of the reasons why I've chosen to talk about the show, and then we also like live tweet the show when it premieres, because like we, no matter how small we are, no matter how big we are, it takes a village to kind of pass the word along. And
to that point, and to what Trey was talking about earlier, like the buzz, write a fucking review. I feel like niggas will take all day, and companies and agencies are looking at, like, studios are looking at Twitter. I'm not no shade to Twitter. Twitter is a viable resource, but send a fucking review to whatever your favorite blog is. Hashtag the motherfucker. Like, creating a buzz in that way will also keep it alive. Niggas spend all their time on Twitter. Just put a couple characters into a 500-word thing,
make that happen,
and put that bitch on somebody's fucking website.
Yeah.
There are hella publications looking for content that Pose is producing and that Black queer artists are interested in. Well, I won't say tons. Let me not gas it. But they are out there, and there are plenty who are run by Black queer editors that are looking for that work. And I think niggas should put some words into a Word doc.
I totally agree. I totally agree. And to get away from the ratings, so I wanted to go around slightly and what's your moment? What has been your moment? What has gotten you up in arms? What has broken you down into a shamble? What has really pulled you into the show?
We're gonna start with y'all two.
Erin, bitch, you're supposed to speak. Go ahead.
No. We want to start with. We're gonna start with Laquann. Look.
Well,
come on, baby.
My favorite moments are literally the ballroom scenes. I love seeing them shits, and every single time I'm like, I know him.
Yeah.
I know her.
Yeah.
We've done this together.
Right.
Like, I've taken their picture.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many people who are on that show who I've taken their like at least eight or nine of like people in it who I've taken their picture. A bunch of I like helped Slay TV out a couple weeks ago with a project, and a bunch of the girls from there was on an episode. And
shout
even,
out
like,
to Slay TV.
Yeah, shout out always. Come on, Slay. Hey, Sean.
And it like that stuff is like exciting. Like I think the second episode I saw B-Hawk on there, and I was like spent a lot of time with B-Hawk. I'm like, bitch. Like, we fucking rewind and screenshot it, because I'm a Put Locker girl.
Yeah.
I don't have tons of fun, so like I'm on Put Locker. So if they want to count those ratings,
Okay.
You know what?
I've seen all the episodes several times.
Oh, hold on, no, baby.
Whatever. But
The FBI gonna be at the door.
So I'll send y'all the password afterwards.
Crop it out, whatever.
We heard FX has a thing. Do y'all have a student discount?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Look, the girls.
Still got my ID.
Hello. Keep in mind till 2021.
And my email.
Got my email.
So
I got 2 different ones.
do y'all have any ballroom experience?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry. We were just having that conversation. I see it for y'all. Look. I see it for y'all.
At Moby,
I
I wanted like if he would have went up, I'm like, if you go, then we could go together and
when
we'll
they
walk
had
down
the-
the thing. He bitched out, and I was like,
And
well, I
low
can't
key,
go
I'm
there.
mad because I wish I would have walked for Jack Mizrahi.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, and that's why I was so interested when you were talking about the history stuff when we were off air, because that's the shit I want to know. If I would have known, I'm like, oh, I'm walking for a legend.
Yeah.
I would have got my ass up on this. I don't know.
Look.
I mean, I should have walked for anybody, maybe, but like, bitch.
Put your
Look,
face
Jack
out there.
took Jack's
out
picture
there.
months ago for fucking 10th Magazine's Fairy Tale Ball. Like the
Yeah.
girls are out here doing the shit, and they're
Yeah,
doing,
they are.
you know. So
And that-
that's been my
yeah.
favorite part, just seeing like these people who I know who've been in my house when I was like shooting out of my apartment and stuff.
Right.
It's crazy.
Come on now.
It's so cool on a community level.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, and it's cool. I think that's been one of my favorite moments, and also, I mean, I love all of Blanca's scenes.
Come on.
She just be.
Come on, Blanca.
I love the like way they gave her to talk. I'm like, oh, she like.
BANJEE.
She gives
But
you
she
Bronx
also be
mother.
real like Shakespearean sometimes.
She's a Bronx girl. You definitely feel it. Like, okay.
I love Blanca. I love what's
Electra, she's
Electra.
Electra. I love
A bad
Electra.
bitch.
Cutthroat.
But what's Angel?
Yeah.
Angel's my favorite.
She is beautiful.
She's going
Angel's
through.
my
Miss Thing's going
favorite.
through.
Going through. She like, I mean, he gonna come back.
Yeah.
I was just like, baby, he might not.
Because I'm not a
Right.
side chick, so
Yeah.
if you want
And
me,
she living in that side chick realm, Miss Thing.
she
is.
moved out, bitch.
Figure it out, girl. She's figuring it out.
In her
Look.
apartment and everything.
So, Erin, look, I gotta let Erin. First of all, I want to tell the girls, Erin is the only one in the studio who doesn't have a mic stand, so she's holding her mic very
Excuse me, hold on.
a la
Excuse me, we
Beyonce.
do not tell
No,
people
Miss
how
Thing,
the sausage
Miss Thing
gets
is holding
made.
her mic like she's a talk show host, and I am feeling some type of way. Miss Thing.
Give them Wendy then.
Girl,
No,
get
no,
look,
no, no,
Don't give them
no,
Wendy, sis.
no,
Don't
because that's
do
my
it.
girl.
Not gonna do
No,
that.
don't be Wendy. Because then I
No.
really feel some type of way.
I don't have time for
She
her.
hoarding the cold. She hoarding the cold cord all cunt, bitch.
She's very. I don't like that.
It's
Don't-
given very much
Don't touch my
Martin
mic.
word on the street
Legs crossed the
or a good Tyra episode, but before she was like popping, she
Don't
got
give
her
her too much.
Emmy. Like the first season.
Oh, hey, y'all. It's me.
Okay, go ahead, ho.
Talk
You
show.
know, it's take too long with him.
No, I adore Angel. Angel is my favorite character. But Blanca is definitely a close second. I keep thinking about the last 2 episodes. I mean, I know we're supposed to do like 2 through 5, but like I just watched those like 3 times, like each. And so I'm just like, I'm really but I love what the show is doing with trans stories and trans identity. Like they do not shy away from any part of it. And I think that is fantastic. There is a narrative here that, you know, has not been exposed to, you know, the general public like ever. And they're telling these stories, you know what I'm saying? And like the fact that these are actual trans women of color, you know what I'm saying? Being written by trans women of color and trans women of color playing these characters and telling these stories is monumental. And I can never get enough. And the acting is phenomenal. I'm dead. Like pray tell.
Tell, Miss Thing.
My
It's a-
goodness.
it's
Miss
perfect.
Pray Tell.
So he's a Broadway actor. He's fantastic. An amazing singer. But his scenes be like
Choking me.
oh my god.
Choking me out.
I can't. Like I was like I need a break. Like I was pausing. I was like I'm crying too much. Like I can't do this. Wait. Okay. So favorite scenes. Crap. Okay. So when Angel confronts Stan,
Okay.
and tells him to get out eventually. Yeah. Oh God, Electra and Blanca in the hospital room when Blanca comes to visit Electra.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, the entirety of Blanca's saga with her family after her mother died. That
See,
whole everything that
that-
happened with all that.
They fucked that up.
Yeah, they did it
It's a
well.
good fucking
It was
show.
just hard to watch.
Yeah, it really was.
But
it was very
I
difficult
get
to
it,
watch.
but damn.
Oh boy, I'm all over the place.
So I'm sorry, I want to interrupt you because when Blanca's family, like when her mother died, that reminded me back in A few years ago when I lived in Virginia, there was someone in the community who died. His name is Cunt Punch. Rest in peace. If you wanted the Virginia girls, like you definitely knew who Cunt Punch was. And I'm talking about him because like that was actually Twiggy's first the first house he was in. He was a Chanel, and Cunt Punch was kind of like, you know, a father figure to him or whatever. But he died a couple years ago, and like he was a figure to the gay community as well as the ballroom scene in Virginia. And like a lot of girls like pumped to her wake and her funeral. And there was a point where her family would not allow us to come in, or his family didn't allow us to come in the sanctuary to kind of like, you know, pay our respects to him. And it was like, that brought me back to like, you know, what can really happen when family passes away, you know, and just we're so endeared to our family, but because of our life choices and our lifestyle, it's just like we're constantly we face a roadblock with like, you know, participating in family gatherings and such or whatever, especially when people die. And it's just like our last chance to speak to that person and to have that barricaded by how we live or the reason as to how we live. It's just really, really crazy. So that struck with me the most. But yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. The how they're tackling HIV is actually really good also.
Very deep.
Because they make sure to capture, you know, the fear that one might feel. But they also put a lot of emphasis on the fact that, you know, there's always support, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I know back then in that storyline that was, you know, more or less a death sentence. But somehow, you know, in conveying that sense of family and, you know what I'm saying, there's always a support system for you no matter what result you get, that kind of puts me in the mind of, knowing that it's going to be okay, you know what I'm saying, whether or not, and the importance of getting tested and, you know what I'm saying, being aware of your sexual health and what have you. And I think that it's like a mixture of a cautionary tale and a reminder that there are always going to be people around you. And I love that. I mean, overall, like the elements of family is just like, it's fantastic. It makes me think of my own gay father. I talked like, I mean, we already talk all the time, but like I'll hit him up like after watching the episode. I'll be like, I love you so much. He'll be like, okay, what's wrong with you? Because you know, I look at Blanca and I'm like, I know like that sort of person that cares about you, and it's like they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to take you in. They didn't have to guide you away from stuff that could hurt you. They didn't have to do any of that, but they took you on, and like that. I'm so grateful to him for doing that for me, and watching that show like hits close to home for me with that. So I don't know. For me, my favorite scenes are every episode, every single, you know, every single scene, every episode, honestly. So I'm all over the place.
I think as to date, like my favorite scene has been when Pretel was getting tested. And he actually found out he was positive, but he had to like pull it together.
When he said he had to pull it together for the boys?
Yeah.
Pull it together for those boys. Boy, oh boy, I tell you.
And I think
Thug
that
tears everywhere.
Outside of the whole like you know, the HIV story, if you like, you know, just take that out, it's a common narrative of like a Black queer person to kind of like be dealing with all of this trauma, but we have to like cover it up and deal with like what's at the forefront. And sometimes like our health isn't really at the forefront. It's like how like having a roof over our head, or like making sure we have money to eat, or, you know, making sure that other people are in a good mind state, or making sure that other people are good before you yourself you are good, or, you know, you are well. So I just that kind of stood out to me. I think that Blanca's performance, MJ Rodriguez. First of all, we got Miss Thing. She came to the latex ball.
And carried, bitch. Carried. Yeah, I'm gonna bitch. She carried Miss Thing. They gave her a fucking spotlight, and Miss Thing used that spotlight and made sure the girls knew that who the fuck she was, bitch. She fucking vogue down. They gave her, just said she was in the house with Laomi, so they really set Miss Thing up. But she's the star of the show anyway. But Miss Thing slayed latex ball, bitch. I was living, and that was actually my first ball, but bitch, when she walked down, I was girl. Oh, bitch.
Shout out, and first of all, shout out to the Latex Ball, all the girls that came out. It was packed boots, to the girls that vogued, to the girls that did anything. It was cunt. I love the ballroom scene. I've been a part of the ballroom scene. I'm not currently a part of the ballroom scene, but I'm a expert spectator, and I love coming out to supporting the girls. Like, I'm one of the girls that come out and see the girls pump. But no, like, I think that I can't wait to see like MJ get Emmys and like get awards for this, and Electra, like Dominique as well. Like, these girls are sitting in these roles.
And Angel, India Moore.
And
she deserves her flowers, bitch.
No.
That scene with her and Stan, I played like 3 times. I said, bitch, you better fucking, you better give me what the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna throw a little rain.
And
Punch her mouth.
I also like, not getting into it too heavy, but like desire versus acceptance, I guess you would say. Has been a big theme in the show, and just how like I think all of us here, outside of how we present, we want to be desired by someone or something, you know. But sometimes who we desire and what we desire doesn't really align with like I guess like a healthy option, just because I think that Stan does desire her, but he doesn't understand the full like girth of what a trans woman is, and a trans woman of color, and what she needs, and what she needs looks like, you know, if that makes any sense. And I just think that this show is amazing, and I never thought that like a TV show would actually encapsulate like what and who we are as queer Black people. And I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Did you have anything to say? Anything to say?
No,
Trey?
bitch, you said it all, ho.
I want to shine light on one of my favorite.
Oh, I'm
characters.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. No. So
Stevie
this
was
girl.
about to cut you.
No, I wasn't. I just want to shine light on like the Banjee girl. I like Candy. I think she's very rebellious, and she just really is like out there and just want everyone to know that she's there, and she'll do anything. Hey, Miss Candy. I love that she's just like rebellious and against everything. Like, she'll do whatever the fuck she needs to do to be seen and heard, and make sure that her presence is around. So I live for Miss Candy. Everyone else is cool too, but Miss Candy has been doing her thing these last couple episodes.
Yeah, that's real.
And small. I don't know if y'all watch My House.
Come on, My House.
But when y'all do, I want y'all to go back and
Kiki's theme, this thing.
I want y'all to go back and watch the whole series. But the last, the season finale of My House was some tease, because Tati, who is a trans woman of color, sat down with her mother. And they had like, this is like a docu-series, and that's how it's formatted. But she had a conversation with her biological mother, and it was some tease. So it's really like you said, even though it's posed as scripted, it's very authentic. But I think one thing that I love about My House is that it's a docu-series, so it's real. And to see like Tati actually sit down and say, this is me, and I am a woman. And to have her mother accept that and respect that, it was beautiful. But the conversation was gorgeous. So if you have time to watch My House, I would recommend that you do. Yeah. But that was it. So I think it's your time.
Yay! Finally, it's my time. So motherfucking jam of the week, right?
Yeah, baby.
What's up?
Yeah.
Everybody gets out their songs.
Who will I
remember
pick
mine just off
first?
rip.
It's like my favorite moment. Stevie, what's your jam of the week, honey?
My jam of the week is CeCe Peniston, Keep On Walking. I was listening to that walking. Yeah, I take it back. I was listening to it. Actually walking to the recording today. It gives like a really, really old school vibe to it, and yeah, it's a cute. It's a cute jam of the week.
Oh, well, I'll go next.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
I don't really have anything to say, but I want to say Kalani's Personal.
Ooh.
I've been having that on replay, repeat, and I love Kalani. Yeah, I can't wait for her next album.
Yeah.
Erin.
Hey, My gem of the week is "When I Get You Alone" by Robin Thicke.
Oh,
Come on,
Robin.
Okay, I'm gonna be
So
honest.
this was
I thought you were gonna say when I
clear
slept.
something
This was back before he became a fuckboy.
Okay.
He had
Thank
long
God.
hair, and this was the first single that he came out with. I'm
Was
pretty
he riding
sure.
that bike in the
Yes,
video?
in the video, he was riding the bike through the city.
What type of bike?
I love that song, and I just like read. You know, you rediscover songs that you listen to like back in the day. You're like, oh, you sing it. You're like, oh, I love that song, and you put it back on your phone. That's what happened. So it's been on replay for the past like few days. So yeah.
Come on out. Come on.
Oh, I can go.
Come on.
So my,
Come on out. Come on out.
I'm sorry, I was looking.
Let me
At
tell
the
y'all,
back of my
we are
brain.
no longer having wine at recording.
No, it wasn't. It
That's a
wasn't the
motherfucking
wine.
lie.
It wasn't the wine. It was me really trying to think about these songs. Okay. A$AP Rocky got a new album, and I'm not an A$AP Rocky fan, but I saw Frank Ocean was
a
on the
cute
track
dude.
list, and so I had to click the song. Yeah, A$AP
Same.
is cute, so whatever. But Frank Ocean is on it. It's called Purity. It's cute. Okay. It has a Lauryn Hill sample on there. Peace of Mind from the second Live from MTV stage album she had.
Yeah, unplugged.
No plugs.
Unplugged. Yeah. So Peace of Mind is a sample on there. Which the Lauren sample, I'm like, okay, girl, y'all. There's other. Lauren is a little tired on the sample game.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I'm not gonna shade Lauren, but I think people need to have more conversations about is Lauren
Really, Lauren.
You know what I mean? I think
Is she
there's
really Lauren
there's
right
an
now?
idea about her that I don't know, but you know, everyone, your history counts. And then Azalea Banks has a new song, and I'm really getting into Azalea because I like a bitch.
Well,
that talks shit.
hold on. You get one. You gotta pick one.
Damn. See, I
You-
meant to do the
next week,
classroom
bitch.
thing.
Either or.
I got two.
Either
but I
or.
forgot.
No.
It gives that sometimes.
All right,
It's
go
cool.
ahead.
Laquann, what is yours, baby?
ahead, Laquann.
My jam of the week is "Nasty Girl" by Destiny's Child.
Oh,
I do not be wearing clothes in the summer. Low key the spring or winter either, but especially the summer. Very nude, and I'm walking around with
Come
my
on now.
stomach out and my legs out and my arms not picking one.
Chest hair too.
And chest hair.
Come
Got a little Batman thing going on. But Nasty Girls, slut shame anthem, and I just am walking to this song. I'm like, I know that Beyonce's talking about me right now.
Shine light on her.
And it just makes me feel great.
As you should. Miss Thing.
Anything for
Come on out.
Beyonce's attention.
Okay.
Yes.
It's just entertaining. It's a bop. There's like some salsa shit going on in there. It's some irony. It's just a lot of things I appreciate. And you just see the growth.
Yeah, that's what you see.
Okay, that part.
Lord, it's my turn. Mine is Tiana Taylor's "Gonna Love Me."
Okay.
That's my jam of the week. Yeah. I know I'm still mad at her because she ain't finished that goddamn album.
We not going there?
But I'm not gonna go there because I did get a finished product, at least 2 verses of one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be grateful for what I get.
What you mean she ain't finished it?
That album ain't finished.
The album's not finished. She's given very much of this is what she wanted to push
She
out.
said
and
you get. I
yeah.
said what I said, and I ain't changing it.
And then now they have to push out a full album so they
Now,
can re-release it again.
I'm not
Ain't it
gonna
like
call.
12 songs on it?
It's only 7.
It's 8
Oh,
songs.
Oh,
eight.
it's 8 songs?
It's 23 minutes.
Oh, okay, okay,
Minutes. Somebody missed thing.
Look.
Like a good 40.
Where the rest?
I'm not gonna call corporate on her
45,
ass
53.
today.
Short albums.
No,
I do.
no,
I like
not from
short.
Tiana. She had us waiting too long. It's no shade. Girl, bring a full album.
I mean, her first album was like 19
a
songs.
cute 9 is good.
Right?
She
I
was
think
supposed to
yeah.
bring out 9
Like, you don't
songs.
have
She
to
said
have-
in the interview, but
Right, you don't got to have like
Well, let's be
25
clear.
songs.
I
That's
know
not
4
necessary,
songs.
girl.
9 full songs.
I love Tiana.
Okay, yeah.
Tiana. I think
Yeah.
she's beautiful. She's fucking it up, whatever she's doing. But I wasn't waiting for it.
She put
I
out
didn't know it was coming.
19 songs on the first one. Y'all
waiting
y'all
for
could have
her.
waited, bitch. Okay. That's it.
Yep, that's it, honey.
Bitch,
Any,
I feel like
any
this
final
one quick.
thoughts, Miss Thing?
any final thoughts, girls?
So quick.
Oh.
That's my final thought.
Well-
I want to say thank you for having us in the BANJEE fucking basement.
Yes,
Now I know what the fuck
You
is
better
going
call out the
on.
right name, Miss Thing.
Now I know what the fuck is going on.
Okay, you see the setup and see what it's giving.
And I'm look,
You in? You in?
cause this is it.
This is cut, right?
I ride for y'all, man. I ride for
But
just
bitch,
wanna
why
say-
you saying it like you buying this ain't no motherfucking part 2?
Yeah,
So
right. That's what I
I
want.
in my head like a farewell.
No.
was
Yeah,
just
I
saying,
thought like
thanks
it was
for
a
having
farewell
me.
address. Like you was about to
It's
just
very
no.
much, and it's gonna be a part 2, Miss Thing. These girls is coming back. We're
I
gonna
just
have
wanna
them back
say- I
because we
just wanna
love them.
say
Yeah.
That this was like one of our we be like talking about like we gonna end up on him podcast. We gonna get on there. And
That's
then
it.
you text me. I'm like,
Speaking into existence, Miss Thing.
okay,
Yeah.
because some grown fine man is gonna pay for me an apartment and actually not have to see me.
Okay.
That's next on the
That's
list.
it.
I don't have to get a job.
wait.
What's up, bro?
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
He's like,
Go ahead. She
That's it.
how did wait?
That's
what?
it.
Erin, stop with that fucking mic. I can't stand you right now. Oh my god.
I can't.
Erin, do you have anything to say before I wrap it up, girls?
Thank you for watching the Tyra Show. Next
Okay,
week we're gonna
cut
have
his mic. Cut the mic.
Okay. Well, this was a cute episode. As we said, our guest Laquann and M.L will be back for part 2.
Yeah.
Part 2. And you know, I love all the girls and all the girls is cunt.
Cunt.
We'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Baby.
Let's take this overboard.